I'll be looking for somebody to go to the United States for training, but I don't suppose you'd be interested.
Well, it was just a joke, Michael.
Really?
Oh, please, I could really use that trip to Houston. I've got friends there.
How did you know it was Houston?
The old man mentioned it.
Your father? How did he know?
Well, is there anything he doesn't know?
Damned if I know how Bruce Warner got wind of this deal. You know, I'm wondering if Cassidy might have leaked it himself to get a competing bid going. When exactly did the machine break down?
It wasn't working yesterday morning. Right after the robbery.
The robbery was just a smokescreen. It's the expansion plans that they were really after.
You don't really think it's industrial espionage?
There's no other reason for anybody to be copying the clinic's expansion proposal.
It is valuable information.
You're damn right it is. Every detail of our plans is in that same file, including the information on the laser equipment purchase.
Like the bid?
The bid, everything. Well, it certainly explains our clumsy crooks. What they were really after was your computer, or at least the information in it. They just took the TVs as a cover-up.
Are you sure about this? It all sounds a bit cops and robbers to me.
Maybe, but it makes sense. Oh, damn! I need that laser.
I know it's important, but why would anyone go to so much trouble?
Because it'll be the first in the Southern Hemisphere. With a lead time of nearly 2 years, whoever gets it has got a virtual license to print money. Worth a little break and enter, don't you think?
Pretty unethical.
Yeah, well, if I'm right about who's responsible, ethics have never been one of his considerations.
I just don't get it.
No, me neither. Nielsen would have to be nuts to drop a babe like Kirsty.
Hang on, she dropped him.
Yeah? Did she tell you that?
Oh, well, he's probably just covering up male ego and all that. Hi, Stuart.
Bacon and egg roll and white coffee, thanks, Gina.
Sure.
Yeah.
Talk to Kirsty today?
Back off.
You are going to try and get it back, aren't you?
Hey, look, this is private, okay? Just drop it.
Suit yourself. Well, so anyway, want to hang out with me after school? Not like you've got anything better to do. Oh, and there's this guy I met from St. Joseph's. Probably know him, Miles Lucas.
Yeah, I know.
He's wild, man.
Yeah, you got that right. They nearly expelled him last term.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, you're gonna get yourself in trouble if you start hanging out with Lucas.
No wonder your girlfriend dropped you, man. You're so boring sometimes.
You're flat out stupid. You and Lucas ought to have lots of fun together.
So who do you think did it, Marge? An ex-patient or a disgruntled doctor?
I don't care. It's vandalism and it's slander.
So you would favour cutting off the hand that wrote it? Me, I want to shake it.
I'll tell Dr. Mckenna you said so. Good morning.
Morning, Marge. Chris, a word.
Hey, any news on my trip to the States? Can't wait to get my hands on that laser.
Neither, it would seem, can your father.
I beg your pardon?
Just how knowledgeable was he about our plans for the purchase?
I told you, he knew you were negotiating.
How did he know?
I haven't a clue.
Was he planning on making a bid himself?
I don't know. Well, anyway, I'd be the last person he'd tell, mixed loyalties and all that.
That's exactly what I'm concerned about.
Michael, haven't we had this conversation before? I keep my work and my family separate. You know that. And what's the story? Is there some problem getting hold of the equipment?
No, there's no problem. But you just bear in mind, any plans this clinic has for expansion are absolutely confidential.
Of course.
Marge, any messages?
Oh, what's all that about?
Good question.
Yeah, okay, well, listen up, everyone. We've got a couple of old friends back with us today. Clarissa Seaton.
Oh, no.
Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde.
Yes, well, her addiction's under control, but she's had a mild heart attack and she'll be with us a few days for observation. Also, Deborah Walters was admitted last night with pneumonia. Probably pneumocystis.
Is she likely to go home?
This time, yes. But her AIDS is full-blown now. She'll probably be back again and again.
Well, until she dies.
Under the circumstances, I thought you should be warned. If you'd prefer to be kept off the case, it can be arranged.
I'll do any specials for her if you like.
No, thanks. But I'd rather keep to routine. I mean, she's not the only AIDS case I'm likely to see. I'll cope.
Fine. All right, let's get to it.
Morning, Jackie.
Hi.
Hey, Steve. How's Sarah?
Oh, good as gold, mate. I'm a lucky man.
Okay. You want one, Carrie?
No, thanks. Did you realise Sarah Donnelly's on your theatre schedule tomorrow?
Nodular melanoma on the back of her leg. Sooner it's off, the better.
She didn't mention this to Meredith or myself. How deep is it?
Ask me when I come out of theatre.
Where'd you like them?
Oh, I don't know anywhere, dear. Honestly, I thought once I had the bypass surgery, I wouldn't be back.
It's only a minor flutter. The only reason we're keeping you here is because we like you so much.
Oh, aren't you sweet? Oh, dear.
You seem to be a very popular lady, Clarissa.
Well, I don't mind the chocolates and the flowers, but some of these cards only make me feel worse.
I don't know, it looks nice enough.
But the verse, how do they come up with such tripe? Into every life some rain must fall.
The trial of illness comes to us all.
But care will ease our dear friend's pain.
And like the rose, she'll bloom again.
Good morning, Deborah. Nice to see you again.
Can't say the same, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not usually that clumsy.
It's Jackie, isn't it?
Yeah. How are you doing this morning?
I'm not wonderful. Better than I deserve, probably. I've been feeling lousy for a couple of days, but I keep pretending it was nothing. So I end up in here with a sky-high fever and crook as a dog.
Well, you're better off if we can keep an eye on you.
Nice bedside manner you got. Look, I appreciate your professional optimism, but I run out of self-deceptions. It's the beginning of the end for me, and that's all there is to it.
Don't count yourself out yet.
No, not yet. But it's coming. I've done everything you lot said. Careful diet, exercise, medication, all that. But I still got sick. And I'm going to get sicker. AIDS makes you truly paranoid, you know that.
And Mckenna sucks.
Yeah, I know. Jenny's already seeing to the removal of our artwork.
Oh, well, that's fine then.
Good of you to be so concerned about my feelings.
I was actually thinking more about the clinic's public image.
I appreciate the loyalty. Actually, speaking about loyalty, can you spare a moment?
Michael, I have work to do.
Carrie, you know, despite our personal difficulties, I do appreciate your instincts, please. The thieves the other night were actually after our expansion plans, and in particular, the laser equipment. I suspect that a counterbid has been made.
By whom?
Sir Bruce Warner. And I can't help wondering if Chris...
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me.
But I thought Chris and his father...
Look, I know they still have the occasional dinner together, so they must be on speaking terms at least. You know, Chris Warner has only one loyalty, and that's to Chris Warner. He'll suit himself, and if that hurts anyone or anything else, too bad.
I'd really rather have a shower on my own next time.
Maybe tomorrow, when you feel a bit stronger.
Somebody loves you.
Oh, aren't they pretty?
Over here?
Fine. I bet they're from my mum. My flatmate will have told her I'm in hospital. Yep. Get well soon, honey. All my love, Mum. Bit inappropriate, wouldn't you say, considering what I've got?
I'm sure she meant well, though.
Yeah.
Don't feel too bad. I mean, it's not easy to find the right words under the circumstances.
Especially since she doesn't know I've got AIDS.
You haven't told her yet?
Not yet.
Well, don't you think you should? I mean, unless...
Oh, she wouldn't disown me if that's what you're thinking. It's just not an easy thing, you know, having a child with HIV positive. She's just getting over losing Dad. Tauranga, oh, it's not a big place. People gossip.
But if she loves you...
It's just going to make things worse.
Okay, Mrs. Marinovich, just take things easy and I'll be seeing you next week.
Goodbye.
To Virginia.
Honey, I think there's something wrong here. I've been entering in the cancellation of Gina's appointment, and this computer says she's been here 6 times in the last 2 weeks.
That's right.
Really? Hope it's nothing serious.
No.
Oh, that's a relief. Still, it must be expensive coming in here all that number of times on her wages.
Some of the visits were just follow-ups and I didn't charge her.
Odd, though, isn't it? Young thing who seems so healthy, having to come and see the doctor so much.
If you're accusing me of over-servicing much, I didn't recommend she come in. She was here on her own accord.
I'm sure she was.
Is there something you know and I don't?
Oh, we all know Gina, honey. I was just wondering whether her visits mightn't have some arterial motive.
A what?
Well, we know Gina has crushes on people. And a young, handsome male doctor could be a good catch.
Oh, come on, don't be ridiculous.
Oh, well, I have an instinct about these things. Let's just see if time doesn't prove me right.
It's shocking the drivel they put on get well cards.
Yeah, ranks right up there with nuclear war and the rep of the environment, eh?
Laugh if you want, pal. Your job's not about supporting your patients emotionally.
No, we're too busy patching them up.
Anyway, what's that got to do with get well cards?
Have you read any lately? They're either revoltingly soppy or incredibly insensitive.
Insensitive? Get well cards?
Yeah. Look, especially if they're going to be sent to someone who's not going to get well. Someone ought to come up with something better.
Like you, I'll bet.
Why not? What's so funny about that, Tom?
Oh, that's us. Come on, Sam. The meat wagon rides again.
Hey, mate, I think it's a pretty good idea.
Hey, you're damn right it is, pal.
Dad, this is a mate of mine, Miles Lucas.
Oh, how are you?
G'day, Mr. Harrison.
G'day.
Is that X-modem you're using there?
No, too slow. Z modem will Kermit it faster.
Yeah, easy to use too.
You know a bit about this stuff?
Oh, I hack around a bit.
All right, then, let's see you make sense of this manual. I swear they translate them word for word from Swahili. I got to get out of here.
Right now?
Yeah, I should have been with a client 20 minutes ago.
Are you coming back?
Sure, thought I might take you and your mum out for tea tonight.
Choice.
If she hasn't got anything on with Peter. Have a call me at the hotel when she gets back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now. I wonder what we can find in here.
Hurry, please, it's a baby. He's not breathing.
In here?
Yes, just quickly. He was fine when I put him to bed, not sick.
It's okay.
I just lay down for a minute. Just have a little sleep. I'm so tired all the time. It was just a little nap. And when I woke up, I tried mouth to mouth, but he's going to be all right, isn't he?
I'm sorry, love.
No, do something.
Calm down. Come
Wake him
Come
up.
on. Come on, sit down. Sit down. Come on. Let's sit down. Sit down. Sit down. It's cot death, I reckon. He's been dead 2, maybe 3 hours.
It's not my fault.
You right?
Yeah.
I should never be. It's not my fault.
Have you got a regular doctor?
I'll have to call the police surgeon.
Police.
Well, it's procedure. Someone has to sign the death certificate.
I'll go.
No. You stay with the baby.
Oh, my fault. His name is Dylan.
Mr. Cassidy, we had an agreement. Well, verbal or not, you breached it. You had our bid. Oh, come off it. I know you're shopping around for a better offer. Has Sir Bruce Warner made one yet? Yes, well, I find that very hard to believe. Well, I'll have to contact the board, but no matter how badly we want this equipment, I doubt if they'll succumb to commercial blackmail. Yes, I'll get back to you as soon as they've made a decision. Goodbye. Oh.
Here's the original proposal. Have they had another bid?
Yeah, just as I suspected.
From Warner?
Well, Cassidy squirmed like mad to avoid answering that, but I'd say so. Get Chris in here.
I think you're misjudging him. So Bruce wouldn't need to steal files if Chris was passing on information?
Yeah, perhaps, but maybe he passed on just enough to whet his father's appetite. Either way, I gotta know where Chris stands.
Here we go. Flattering, aren't they?
Oh, I don't know. You'd look good in a chaff sack.
What do you think this is?
Afternoon, ladies.
Chris.
Just going.
Okay. So, how you doing?
A bit nervous. Anxious to get it over with.
Quick flick of my expert wrist and Bob's your uncle.
Unless it's spread.
Well, we'll cross that bridge if we come to it. In the meantime, let's be positive. Think of all the fun you can have with Steve nursing you back to health.
I don't think he knows yet. At least, I haven't told him about the lump or the operation.
Oh, why not? He's bound to find out sooner or later.
It's going to be okay. Tom's calling your sister. I'm sure she'll come straight away.
She's his godmother, you know. They're going to the park Saturday. She's going to be so disappointed.
Look, my name's Sam. Sam Eleni. I don't know how, but if I can help.
Why did I leave him to sleep so long? I don't usually. Just long enough to pick up his toys and...
Come on, mate.
But...
Mrs. Leslie, Joanne, I've called your sister's work. She's away on a sales trip, but they'll reach her as soon as they can. Your neighbour's going to stay with you.
Of course I will, love.
Shouldn't we wait?
I've left the number of the Cot Death Association. They'll be able to send her things to read. And they have counsellors available when she's ready for talking. Come on, Sam.
You're not going?
I'm afraid we have to. We have other people to see to.
I'm sorry. How could you just walk away from that poor woman?
There's nothing more we can do for her.
We could at least have waited for the sister.
She might be ours yet. Hey, what do you fancy for lunch? I'm starving.
You're worried about your stomach? The lady's baby just died.
I know that, Sam, but me going hungry won't bring him back.
Doesn't it upset you at all? Aren't we supposed to try and do something, help somehow?
Look, Sam, we're ambulance officers, not social workers. If we can help them, we do. If we can't, we move on. Now, come on.
This is the second time today you've questioned my loyalty, and I'd like to know why.
Your father has got information about our expansion plans, which you could only get through an inside contact. Now, you'll admit you're the logical possibility.
I see very little of my father. If it weren't for Mum, I wouldn't set a foot through his front door. When I do go there, we talk about the weather and we trade sports statistics. I do not talk shop. Which is why...
Which is why what?
Which is why I was surprised when he brought the subject up. He told me more about the laser equipment than you did. Look, I don't know where he got his information, but it wasn't from me.
Yeah, all right, I'll take your word, but you understand my concern. So Bruce has put in a counter bid for the laser. We can't top it. No laser, no Houston trip. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so am I. Well, but that in itself should prove to you I'm not the leak. I don't usually cut off my nose to spite my face.
No, you don't. Thanks for coming in.
Hi, Jean.
Hi. So you're not going to increase the bid? I didn't think you'd give up so easily.
I'm not.
Then why tell Chris?
Chris, telephone.
Chris Warner. Oh, yeah, hi. Can't I wait till tomorrow? Okay, I guess if it's urgent, I'll meet him for dinner at his club tonight. Okay? All right, thanks, Penny. Bye.
Hi.
Hi. Why are you looking so pleased with yourself?
Well, I just got my loading from last week's shift, so I'm rich enough to take you out for dinner tonight.
Oh, I'm having dinner with Dad tonight.
Well, that's all the better. You know I've been wanting to meet him.
Oh, not tonight, okay?
Why not?
Well, all my father ever talks about is business. You'd be bored silly. I'll see you when I get home, okay?
Ah, you sure know how to make a girl feel wanted. Oh, Miss Burton, can you please sign this drug inventory? Thank you.
Studying on your break. Commendable. Incidence of opportunistic illness in the HIV-positive patient. Deborah Walters?
And me. I've still got another test before I know whether I'm in the clear.
You'll be fine.
Take a look at these, will you?
Oh, you've gone to a lot of trouble.
Not one of them says anything a sick person wants to hear. I can do better than that.
I'm sure Sarah will be pleased whatever you give her.
No, you're damn right. No bleeding hearts, no... Sarah, what do you mean?
Her little knob. Isn't that what the cards are for?
Hey, have a look at this. If it's not games, I'm not interested.
Better than that, mate. Real lives, real people, real drama, real money.
What?
The payroll master system at your mum's work. Hey, have you ever wanted to know what that creep Mckenna earns?
Bloody hell.
Hey,
Hey,
what are you
did you know Chris Warner gets 20 grand a year more than you do?
What?
Oh, this is confidential stuff on it. Maybe you shouldn't look.
Move over.
Thank you for coming back.
I got your message. Are you okay? Where's your sister?
She's coming. Another hour or so, I guess.
And your neighbour?
She had to go home. Put dinner on for her kids. Please, just talk to me. My baby. I don't know what to do. Oh, please.
Don't hassle me, Steve. I just didn't want to worry you. It's only minor.
How minor?
It's that mole behind my knee. I could have had it off in the doctor's surgery.
Why didn't you?
Because I get a staff discount. Chris thinks it's worth a biopsy. I told him he's being overcautious, but he's a hard man to argue with when he turns on the charm.
Chris never does anything without a reason. You must think it's serious.
Yeah, well, I don't. And neither should you. I'm only getting rid of it so it doesn't spoil that perfect body you're so wrapped in.
I'm sorry. I just don't like surprises like this, that's all.
Mum should get heaps more than that. Having to put up with Mckenna all day.
Another 500 a week?
At least. Hey, what are you doing?
Relax. It's all fun and games unless I press save.
Right. Then let's have Kirsty a bit extra. And Hone too.
Huh? How much?
Let's be generous. Yeah. And halve Chris Warner's.
Check. Now, what about Mckenna? Drop a few zeros off his wage, what do you reckon?
Nah. Give the old sod what he deserves. Nix.
Done. And save.
What are you doing? If we get caught, we're in trouble.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Is it you or is it me? Lately I've been lost, it seems. I think the change is what I need. If I'm looking for a chance or a dream, Shortland Street. Taking time to hold my place. Yesterday's another place. Just living for the times we've seen. When the writing on the wall says I'll be Shortland Street. If you want to find a way of searching for another world, it's hard to see Shortland Street.
This program is made with the help of your broadcasting fee, so you can see more of New Zealand on air.